Welcome back to the City Calls Podcast. Thank you for watching, listening, and subscribing. It's episode 52. We're in it. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. I'm pretty tired.
Same. Yeah, that 9 to 5 struggle. You've been working. You're back full time working now, right? It's like you're on the schedule, good.
Yeah, doing mornings again too. So it's been kind of rough adjusting.
Strict mornings.
Mm-hmm.
No eating shifts.
Yeah, all last week I worked mornings, and then all this week I work mornings. 6 to 4 is the roughest.
Yeah.
That's alright though.
Yeah, I feel that.
You had a busy weekend, huh?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, this weekend was good.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we do. So, Tampa Pro is this weekend. For anyone listening who doesn't know what Tampa Pro is, skateboard contest in Tampa at Tampa Skate Park. And yeah, this was my first year going. Like, I'm so glad like Kyle and Hendrix hit me up to like go, because now it's gonna be like every year thing for sure. And
I can't believe I've never gone. I've never been to a Tampa contest.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm even like thinking about Tampa Ams now. Like that'd even be cool. Like just to see him shred, because the whole experience was just literally jaw dropping. Like, I was driving home that night by myself, and I'm just like, what happened tonight? Like, literally, like, it was so crazy. So,
wait, would you say that skate park at Tampa is the most popular skate park in the world?
no.
What do you think is more popular? Think about it. In the skate industry, like, everyone knows what skate park at Tampa is. Think about other skate parks that are on that level.
Yeah, probably like, what's that one? The Van skate park. What is it, Long Beach or Venice? Venice.
Oh, yeah, that one's...
Yeah.
But not even that, like, what, compared to skate park at Tampa, the impact that had on the skate community and, like, skateboarding as a whole, and the fact that, like, people in other countries know what skate park at Tampa is.
Well, yeah, culturally, yeah, I would say for the culture of skating, I might say, yeah.
Because it's not, like, agreeable. The best, because there's, there's, like, FDR and, like, all these, like, big, famous, amazing skate parks around the country and around the world, but, like, I think I would probably argue that skate park at Tampa is the most influential skate park, or at least like in a bundle of most influential skate parks of all time,
bro. It's iconic,
and it's 2 hours away.
I know, from us.
Like,
yeah,
what? It's 2 hours away from where we live.
Yeah, it's really crazy to consider. Just especially just first and foremost, dude. Like, seeing pros. Like, if you know me, dude, you already know how I get when I see famous people.
And there's like magic at that place. There's like
no,
magic
it
in the air.
Yeah, no, straight up. Oh, dude.
Real quick before you get into your story of the weekend, I've got one of my first times, because I've only been to skate park at Tampa like 6 or 7 times, like not that many times, but there was some of my earliest memories. I think I went once for the first time, and then the second time I ever went to skate park at Tampa, I had a rolled ass ankle, like my kickflip ankle, or like main ankle. It was really rolled to the point where like I couldn't skate, or like I couldn't like make my ankle bend that way. So I was like, might as well not even skate or whatever. I didn't skate switch at that time. I was like probably 15, 16, and I went anyways. And I remember just hoping the night before, because like we were all gonna go, like the whole squad was going to skate park at Tampa. I ended up rolling my ankle, and like everyone still was gonna go, and I was like, dude, I gotta go. And I remember I was just praying, like, yo, if it could just be good enough to skate this one day.
Oh, I know.
And
right?
like I just prayed, and I was just like, dude, please, like just this one day, if we could just feel good enough to like roll around, because it's skate park at Tampa and I never get to go here. And the next day I woke up and it felt like decent. It felt like okay. And I was like, oh shit. But it still was obviously rolled. Like I couldn't really do kickflips without it hurting. But I skated the whole day, and I ended up kickflipping a gap there. Like it was the brick gap. You know, before they had the 7 stair, and then they changed it, and there was that brick gap. Do you remember when it was that? And that was the main gap there. I kickflipped that, and I had a roll. Yeah, with my kickflip ankle. Bro. It was just because like I just like the energy of like skate park at Tampa, and like the adrenaline of just being like everyone's going, because there's just like an energy there that like everyone's going for it. I gotta,
Yeah, or maybe it's because you prayed the night before. Testimony.
Who knows? But I want to know about what was your first time going to skate park at Tampa?
My first time?
Was it with Will and Level? That one time?
Yeah, it was I think, I want to say me and Bree went. Did you go with us? I have it on my Instagram post, dude. I was just there.
Was that when we went to Oxford Exchange with Tiana? Was that your first time ever going to skate park at Tampa?
Was I wearing a black shirt that said "Fight Cancer"?
When we took a No, that was the level
My
trip.
level shirt.
Yeah, because we took a picture together.
Yeah, I think me and Bree went. I think I went dolo one time, like when I started getting back into skating.
While I was in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, cause like we were in Tampa for something.
When did we go to Oxford Exchange then? Was that when I was visiting from Pennsylvania?
Right. Let me look at my Instagram.
Or was that before I moved?
But you were visiting. Yeah, for sure. It was a Christmas. It was not like a Christmas. Yeah, you were down for like something. You were down for something. Yeah, I gotta check my Instagram to see exactly. When that trip was.
I don't remember what my first time at Tampa was.
It was February 21st, 2017.
Yeah, so I was in Pennsylvania.
Look at me.
Yeah, that was just with Bree, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because I remember her taking a bunch of pictures of me there too. I wonder if.
What was your first impression? Do you remember?
Oh, it was
just skating the park itself.
Oh, it was crazy. I remember being overwhelmed. Wait, maybe I went with. Man, nah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was just Bree. I don't know. I remember being overwhelmed. Because I wasn't that good getting back into skating, and so the pro course was like crazy, and that's what I wanted to skate. That's what like the hype is.
And did you already you knew like, oh, Shane O'Neill did like switch to the back tail down that, and like that's what trips me out is whenever I see an obstacle and I'm like, yo, that's the one that what's his name did kickflip front crook in his line or whatever, and I can't even board slide it, and I was
yeah, I know, right? But nowadays it's different. Like now like when I went there for Tampa Pro this weekend, I was looking at it and I was like. I literally went and asked the manager after the contest. I was like, can we skate it? And he's like, nah, not till Monday. Alright. yeah, dude, because there was kids skating it. That's why I was like, really? Like, I was just going to go grab my board real quick and drop it in. I was like, who's going to stop me? Because it was the same situation. I got to get into it, bro. I got to get into this weekend. Yeah. So Friday, right? So we pull up. Me, Hendrix, Kyle, we all go. And we get there. We pull up right to the spot. And... It's already crazy, bro. Like, I can feel the energy. It's like you're saying, as soon as I pull in that parking lot, I'm like, oh my God, pay for parking, go around back, guys, lead me, I park, and I'm getting my stuff together, and I'm just hyped. I can smell it in the air. It's like championship. And
who's the first famous person you saw?
I'm about to get into it, bro. So we link up with Kyle, because me and Hendrix drove one car, Kyle drove separate, and because they were staying the night, I wasn't, and so we start walking up, right, and we're going. First, literally, as soon as we had parked in the grass, because it was such a big event, it was like full, we parked in the grass, so once we got out of the grass thing, spot was like right here, we were walking up to the front of it. Soon as we passed the gate and we were in spot, there was a Jeep in that first parking spot, lifted big old Jeep. Jamie Foy, Zion Wright sitting right there just putting a board together. I'm like, no, dude, no. And I turned around. No, I was like last in the group, like there, and I was just like, I didn't know if they saw it, Hendrix and Kyle, and I like looked back and looked forward, and I'm like, yo, like, dude, you guys, like, do you not see it? And they're like, yeah, no, he's out. I'm like, dude, a fucking picture or something, like, let's go. And then they're like they were like, let's get tickets. They were like, headset on getting tickets, and I felt them, because there were so many people. I was already like questioning getting tickets.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let's go. We go. Guy says they're sold out. He's like, yeah, we're all. But it was cool. Oh no, yeah. Let me back up. We were literally. I felt like I was in grind. We had our boards, bro. For like whatever reason, me and Kyle were like, bro, let's just bring our boards. So like just to feel it, you know what I mean? And so I was like, just rep shred grip too. I was like, bro, I bet. And so we're walking around.
You all had the shred grip, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. And Kyle was getting a lot of compliments because he pulled up with that fresh Vegeta one. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, bro. So, okay, so we're walking in. Oh, that's way better. And we're in a line, and we thought it was for buying tickets, right? And it's literally like grind. I got photo on my GoPro. It's like, next. And the girl's taking roll call, bro, for qualifying people. Oh. And we're in line with our boards, and like we're just chilling. And like, next. And it was like, yeah, can we get tickets? And like, she's like, in the wrong line. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then we
Tampa Pro.
Yeah, right. Dude, imagine.
Accidentally enter.
Yeah, I'd beat Trevor Huey right off rip for sure. I'd qualify over him, no doubt. If you're listening, shout out Trevor. Not really, but hey, shout out skateboarding. Yeah. So that was cool. I just felt like it was just Grind's like my all-time favorite movie.
We gotta watch that soon.
Dude, we gotta watch that. And yeah, like that was amazing. And then, but they were sold out. So they were sold out tickets. So we walked back and we're like, damn, man. And I'm just searching for pros, dude. And we're like, let's go in the shop for a second and just like, check it out. Cause we were kind of gonna like leave and go back to Bro Bowl, like go skate somewhere, cause whatever. And then, but I was pissed. It was sold out. I was like, dang. And then we're go in the shop, we chill for whatever. And it was so funny. The owner or whatever, like someone that works there, I just got famous. Like, I was scouting, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, my eyes were like, and I had cameras on. I'm like, where are the famous people? And I saw this dude, bro. Thought he was Rodney Mullen for a second. And I was like, bet. And I just said, like,
hey, Rodney.
Nah, dude, I was like, great to see you, bro. And he's like, hey, you too. We shook hands. And then I walked out. I was like, Kyle, who was that? He's like, I don't know. And I was like, was that Rodney? He's like, no. And then I'm like, who was that, dude? Brian Herman? Like, I'm naming these old cats because it was like old like that. You could just tell he's skate rat. And then like Kyle was like, dude, honestly, I think he just worked there. I'm like, dude, what, for real? And then he definitely did too, because when we came back later, he's just like the OG that's worked there for like a long time, I think. Shout out him. It was good to meet you.
Just randomly go up, what's up, man? Good to see you.
And then so as we walk out the shop and we're going back to our cars, Zion and Jamie are like, because at this point I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to get the autograph and picture from him. And then like as we're walking in, they got glasses on, shoulders ducked, and they're walking in. And I'm like, dang. So we missed them. So I sat at Jamie Foy's Jeep for like 6 hours, just hoping he would come back for a water or something. No, I'm saying. It crossed my mind though, as crazy as that is. I was like, should I just crawl under this lifted Jeep, like grab his ankle when he comes back? Just, like, do anything for the views at this point, you know what I mean?
I kidnapped Jamie.
I rolled Jamie Foy's ankle, he's grabbing the water.
I sabotaged Jamie Foy's pro run.
Oh, dude. He came in third too. Like, shout
Did
out
he?
Jamie Foy. Yeah, bro. He did his thing out there. But yeah, okay, we're getting into it. So from there, we get to our cars. We go to Bro Bowl, and we're skating, and that's cool. I'd never been to Bro Bowl, so that was an experience. That was fun in itself.
Did you see the gap? Did Kyle point out the gap that I ollied?
No. What gap?
The gap. There's like this one gap that's like from the top of the skate park down to the bottom of the skate park, where there's like flat slope. You know what I'm talking about? You can get to the very top where there's a flat bar and there's a bowl.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you can like work your way down.
Oh, yeah,
to the
yeah.
And then there's like a double slope.
Yeah.
I ollied from the top all the way to the bottom. And
Over the little quarter pipe?
Yeah. And that's what me and Kyle, anytime we reference like biggest things I've ollied, we reference that. The gap at that skate park, that's the one that we were talking about.
That's huge.
Kanan Dern ollied it also on video, but he kickflipped it too. So
Oh, wow.
shout out Kanan Dern.
Hey, for real. So yeah, Bro Bowl was cool. Found out after we were skating with Paul Hart.
No way.
Yeah, dude, he was ripping.
I can only imagine. Back heel? Did you do a big ass back heels over something?
But you know the funny thing is, I think he did. I think that's the trick he was trying, because we were trying. Me and this one kid in the green and black flannel with a beanie on, Paul Hart, was ripping, and I was like, okay.
You and him?
What? Yeah, but I meant to say him. But hey, gotta give credit when it's due. I've been putting in work.
Yeah.
But we were skating the same obstacle, that little bank thing with like, you come up and it has like the little curb thing with the angle iron on it. It's like a big slope. And there's like,
I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
and that, so he was like, I want to say maybe he was back heeling into that, or no, he was big flipping into it. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, or like bigger flipping into it. Yeah.
Did he do anything over that bump? The little like whoop. That's like really steep.
I don't know. Not that I saw. If I knew it was Paul Hart, yeah, Kyle was ripping over that dude. Yeah, you know Kyle. But yeah, if I knew it was Paul Hart, I would have paid more attention. But he was the kid. I was looking at him and one other kid. I was like, yeah, these kids.
Are you sure it was Paul Hart?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hendrix like showed me after. He was like, dude, look at it. Like he had done his research.
Did he put it on his IG? Did he have any like clips? Paul Hart?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Because that's always weird.
Is that Kelly Hart's brother?
No.
Okay, cool. Thank God. I'm playing. Shout out.
No.
That's
really hard.
Okay, so
Bro Bowl.
So Bro Bowl, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I did anything. I took a pretty heavy slam actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you know, I've been trying to like. I think, knock on wood. I'm not there. I've been like trying to fall better, you know, like rolling it out, and I've done very well with it, like, thank God. But this time, dude, I was coming up on this like it was like a slope to a hubba, like, you know, but I was like skating it backward. It was like when that big, you know, the big quarter pipe there on the other side of the park from where you ollied. and then it comes into that like two banks, and there's like a hubba in the middle
Mm-hmm.
on both sides. So I was like skating from the other way, like from coming from like the bump, like from where you came, like doing lines, like coming from over that little hump thing, and then trying to 5-0 that thing, because I would just do it on my way back from trying to back heel over this like other slope, which I didn't do. I toe touched it, but I wanted to get it better. But I ended up kind of, this kind of hurt, bro. What I'm about to tell you, I was 5-0 up that hubba, and every time I didn't get like quite enough speed, so like at the end I'd kind of like dip off and just fall forward, you know, and I 5-0'd it, and then like fell forward and tried to roll it out, and I just ended up like rolling and smacking my like right, like my pelvis on the ground. Yeah, like where my kidney is, like right under it, and and I was like, damn, that one hurt. And yeah, like it was even bothering me like all day. Like we were just skating downtown after that, and it was like hurting. So, but that was gnarly. I did the 5-0. I came back and did it, of course. But yeah, and like adrenaline going, I was just like kicking it. But so then after Bro Bowl, I left my car there. We skated downtown. I don't know how Kyle and Hendricks find these spots, but they're like literally just like, oh, there's a spot. Oh, the legendary banks are literally 0.7 miles from here, like 5 minute skate. I'm like, what? Okay. I don't know if you've ever seen those, like, it's like ledges actually, not banks, but it's like all stone, and it's in Tampa. It's in like this alleyway, and it's like, he said like some pros have some famous clips there, and it's like two like stone things, and it's like two like mani pads, one higher than the other, and they're like made out of stone, and you can like come where the curb starts, you know, like how curbs like dip off. So you go in the dip and ollie up to the big one, and then there's a little one. So I was like just ollieing onto the big one, and like I did like a 180 off the big side, and I was trying to like heel flip off the big side. Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that before.
There was some like two female skaters skating, and as soon as we pulled up, Kyle was like, yeah, I think those are pros. They just looked like they were like sponsored, you know, like they had like the clean Nike shoes on. I was
were
like,
they killing it?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
I wonder who they were.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who they were. We ended up getting kicked out of that spot, like we all did. They were skating just like 100 yards from us down at this other little thing. There was like, she was coming in from the little curb thing over this grass gap, over like a little water meter thing, and she was like from an 80 minute. But yeah, so after that, we got kicked out of there. We went back. Like, we were getting food and stuff, but no, that's important. No, I'm telling you the juicy stuff. And then we ended up, about like 6 o'clock, the concrete jam session was going on at Skate Park Tampa. So, yeah. So, new tickets were going on sale. Yeah, so we ended up getting there at like 5:55, like rolling in perfect timing, getting tickets, no problem. And then Kyle's cousin was there. The kid he always talks about, Zach. He was there, like, in this huge camper. Like, we noticed it at first, like, damn, whose camper is that? And, like, it ended up being his. Like, just, like, he was cool. Him and all his boys were out there. And I guess they ripped, too. They skated with him the day after, saying they ripped. But, he was, like, yo, like, it's your, like, nice to meet you. Like, telling us, like, yo, it's your first, like, Tampa Pro. He's like, just go in and get a good spot. Like, just, you gotta just, you know, it's hectic in there. Just kind of ease your way. You know, don't cross any paths with anybody. Don't do them dirty. But, you know, if you see people coming out, go in. So, like, that's what we were doing, bro. And Kyle ended up getting a real good spot. Like, I saw Kyle duck off and disappear. Like, we went upstairs, all around all these people, behind all these people. Like, you know, the people, like, you know how the stands are just filled, like, I don't even know what they are. Yeah, all the stands upstairs, like, all the bleachers, they're, like, filled. So we're walking behind all these people. We're squeezing past. And then, like, we're standing up. I can barely see. We're, like, up on top of here. I'm standing up on top of, like, this wooden beam thing. I can, like, barely see, but I'm, like, far away. I'm, like, oh, no, I see. And Kyle disappears, and he goes, like, downstairs again. But, like, when you're, like almost to the park, you know? Like,
yeah.
He goes down, like, you'd go downstairs and go to the park. There's, like, an opening to the park. And so he goes downstairs, and he ends up getting a good thing. And so I see a bunch of people coming up the stairs, and I'm, like, looking down. So I'm, like, I go down, perfect spot, bro. We end up, like, on the park, like, floor level, like, just, like, right next to, like, where they're skating. Like, the hubbas and rails are, like, right here. We're on that one side. So we're just like, hype, bro. The contest is going on. And I'm like, what? I was filming everything. Like, pros are past me. I'm like, yeah. And they're looking at it like, yeah, that's so crazy. It was
Who
just
else do you remember seeing?
I'll list them. Okay, so Eric Costin was there. Robert Neal was there. Evan Smith was there. Yoshi Tannenbaugh, or however you say it. Who else? I shot where Nyjah Huston, Jamie Foy, Zion Wright. There were so many other rippers there too.
Were there any others that you remember like making face-to-face past like connections with?
No, that's probably all that I like definitely saw, like made eye contact with. So when that ended though, when the contest ended, like the runs, the best trick, the independent best trick contest started, and at that point.
Wait, so how'd you guys get in?
What do you mean?
I think you skipped that detail.
Getting in the park or getting where we got?
Because it was sold out.
No, because I said new tickets were on sale at 6 o'clock.
Oh, you guys didn't have to sneak in?
No.
Kyle said you had to sneak in.
Did he?
Yes.
Sneak in what?
So you just straight up bought tickets?
Yeah, bro. I had a wristband and all, green wristband.
I thought this was gonna be the juiciest part of the story.
He said that?
Yes.
What? No, that's wild. No, I'm telling you how it is, bro. So we ended up having good seats, and
he said that he even had like a whole, and he said that him and his cousin, he had to like take off the wristband. Did they maybe have to?
Maybe this was Sunday when they went back.
Oh, maybe, because he was saying something about like they had one wristband that they were all gonna share. So the way they were gonna do it was like take off the wristband and like connect it with gum, and then like just take off the wristband, get in the park, and then like anytime anyone had to leave, like give the wristband to Hendrix, and then like I don't know, just something about like having to swap a wristband with like gum.
Oh wow, nah.
So you just got in?
Yeah, bro. I paid. I had the wristband. I was good, man. Hendrix even paid since I drove. He paid for me. Sorry.
Huh.
Yeah, so that was cool. Shout out Hendrix. Yeah. So no, we were chilling. So independent best trick starts, and I see a dude right next to me just run onto the middle of the park and start filming. Like just he's on Facebook Live, bro, and he's just filming, and I'm like, what? And I'm like stunned for a second. I'm like, okay, let me. I don't want to do. I don't know. Like, who was he? You know what I mean? So I'm like, screw it, dude. I got to do it for the content. Like, I'm trying to produce a video with this. So I just run out. Who's stopping me? GoPro in my pants, filming with the iPhone 11. Run out. Like, what's good? And dude, I ended up getting. There was kind of a lot of people. Like, all of them were like on. All of the people were on like one box. And they were kind of like flooded over, like on the slope and stuff. So I was literally on the park, like Nyjah was like just like sweat, like dripping.
I saw you on the very sensitive.
Yeah. I want to address that too, because there's been some controversy in the air, in the DMs and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm filming the wrong way, not filming Nyjah. But I want to get on that. So, yeah, you see me? You noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was filming the wrong way.
Yeah, and I noticed you had good footage on your story of Nyjah attempting this stuff. And then I was like, where's the land?
I know. And that's what I hate. I'm so mad. Because as I'm there, trying to get the best footage, you know what I mean? That was Nyjah literally, like, doing the winning, like, craziest trick, bro. Kickflip, back tail, big spin out. Like, come on now.
I didn't even realize it was, like, over the gap. Like, it was, like, bump to flat to rail, and he, like, just did it over the...
He's a monster. Like, he's literally a beast. The best skateboarder. Oh, Shane O'Neill was there. My bad. Yeah.
Like, the way he floated that kickflip back nose blunt. Just like,
yeah.
Because he did that, too.
Yeah. No, he's crazy with it. Like, straight up, everyone skating there was on another level. But, like, yeah, Nyjah was crazy with it, for sure. But yeah, the story behind that. So I'm filming Nyjah. All I'm focused is on Nyjah, really. I'm, like, feeling bad. I'm like, damn, I don't know if he's noticing, like, this kid's only filming me, but he probably didn't notice. But, no, he noticed me. Shout out Nyjah. But, fuck, dude. Yeah, I'm so pissed at myself for this, because I just wish I was filming the right way with it being posted on the barracks, dude, you know what I mean? But, like, so, yeah, the kid's going. I ended up getting, because Nyjah did the kickflip back tail first, and I got that land. And then I figured, like, knowing Nyjah, like, I was like, okay, he's doing the kickflip back tail, like, big spin out. And no, I got attempts of that, right? Yeah, I got attempts of that. So I remember, I was like, okay, bet. And then I was like, but let me try to get another kick, because I was constantly, like, when Nyjah would go back, you know, I could film, like, other people as they were, like, doing tricks on the quarter and stuff. So I was like trying to do that, And then there was this one kid that was doing something dope too. He was like, but it was just on the box here. He was doing like in the contest. I don't think he was just like skating, but he was like really cool. And I just wanted like little B-roll, and I didn't know Nyjah would go like right behind him. So this kid does this little thing. I'm like filming, and Nyjah's just like timed so right. And as I'm like just filming this kid, thinking like, okay, let me get back to Nyjah. Whoa! Crowd goes wild. I'm like, and I see Nyjah roll away. I'm like, no.
That little smirk on his face.
Yeah, dude. I'm so pissed at myself that I missed that. Like, that hurts me.
He always wins those best trick contests. You see the year he did backside flip, late big spin? There was like this bump to flat to like gap, and he like went off the bump over the whole gap, and people were like skating it like just like a big launch gap. And he did a backside flip and then late big spin. And ended up, and he did a cab flip late big spin. He went fakie up the thing, cab flipped. And then when he caught it, 360, boom, late, he shoved it the rest of the way. So he did like cab flip, late big spin. That's a best trick right there.
That's crazy, for sure.
Like kickflip, backtail, big spin seemed normal compared to that shit.
Jamie Foy, though, I don't know if you saw the clips.
No, I didn't see a lot from it at all.
Dude, he came in third, or second. No, maybe he came in third. It was Nyjah, I shot, and Jamie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those were the winners. And I don't know if Jamie came in second or third. Apologize. But, yeah, dude, there's like 3 different clips. Gaps to 50-50. Like, gaps over the entire thing to 50-50 on the downward rail. Gaps over the entire thing to to Smith. Gaps over the entire thing to crook. I'm like, bro, what?
This was the same thing that Nyjah was kickflipping.
The one over it. The one over.
That's like the long kink rail?
Yeah.
That Nyjah did kickflip back Smith back 180 out? That rail?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. And I just remembered, no. Ashad won, I don't know what he won, but there was another kid there that was ripping, and I do not know who he is. It looks like someone I went to middle school with, bro. It was literally like, just some like Hispanic kid, like short... Ivan Montero, maybe? Is that...
Ivan Monteiro?
Yeah.
I think...
Was he there? Does that ring a bell? Because, dude, bro, there was this kid... I thought it was Gustavo Ribeiro, the way he was doing...
Like tray flip crooks and stuff.
Bro.
And, like, did he do, like, crook nollie flip out? Did he do, like, crook nollie flips out and stuff like that?
Not that I saw, but, dude, for his best trick, and he ended up landing it, he was starting, like, on the big rolling, and he would go all the way to the left, closest to like that hubba thing or like closest.
Where they announced?
Yeah, closest to that. And he'd start on that side, closest to, ollie over, tray flip that big gap, the entire thing, to like, it was a nose blunt slide. What was it? It was a tray flip to crooked or nose blunt slide, or maybe board slide.
Was he regular or goofy?
Lip slide? Regular.
So he'd go over, like, this is him going up the ramp, like, rail's right here. He goes over it diagonally to nose blunt slide.
Yeah, I think tray flip, nose blunt slide. Yeah, and just seeing the attempts on that, it was like, dude, he would tray flip so perfect, just the front foot catch, like, so perfect. And then, like, if it wasn't going where he'd want, he'd just throw it, almost sack the rail, but the way he'd land, it was just like, whoop. Like, he would just, I was like...
Insane to watch that.
Insane, yeah. And it happened like 3 times, and then... slid out, landed it. Oh, crowd erupts. And so that was crazy. But actually, before that, like what I got on video too, I really wish the recap video might be out on my YouTube by the time this gets out, or like on my Instagram, IGTV or something. It'll probably be out. I'm putting it together soon. But like I got Evan Smith. Like Hendrix was like he rolls by, and Hendrix was like, because he was skating like the thing, we were like literally like right by, like before I went out in the park, and Hendrix was like, Evan, and he like turned around, like gives us fist bump, and then like gave it to Kyle, gave it to me, and he just like, what's up, dude? So like that was dope, and then after the contest, because I walked back I walked back to Kyle, like after I was like done filming a little bit after the contest, I like walked back to Kyle, which is stupid. I should have walked up to like pros. That's what kids were doing, bro. Kids were running right up the quarter pipe and just coming to like face to face. Like so crazy.
You see the video of that one kid?
Yeah, that was hilarious, dude. Dapped himself up. That was hilarious.
Legendary.
Yeah.
He steps over the rail.
Yeah, I guess that kid got hooked up though the day after. Like Nyjah gave him like a board and stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah, But like chilled with him for a little bit too, I guess.
Yeah.
But allegedly, um, we would go out the VIP section, bro. We're like at the start of like the concrete section, like at the end of that, and the concrete jam was. So we go out the VIP section. Like Jamie Foy's just sitting there with like his parents eating dinner. I'm like, what? And that was just crazy. We weren't allowed there, but it was just over. Nobody was like really guarding it yet. It just ended. We just like ran out that door, and then we didn't think nothing of it. We were trying to see like the concrete jam. Crowd was already packed for that. I got something in my eye, dude. It's like burning. So the concrete jam, bro, that was insane. Converse concrete jam, I think it's called.
Those are always insane.
Yeah.
Have you seen any crazy collisions? Because there's some times where people will collide so bad in those jams.
I didn't really see anything like that from what I was watching. People ripping though, dude, for sure. The funniest thing though, like that just happened to me, like being in the crowd, like being, there's so many people. Like we were, dude, it was so packed, bro. And I'm just, again, trying to finesse it. I finessed it for the contest. I was like, I'm trying to get the best seat possible, but I'm not trying to cross no lines. So I'm like, the big quarter pipe, the concrete like when I just dropped in that straight wall when we were there. There was that wall that was like straight down. I just like dropped in it. Like on that, we climbed up that, and then that's like, how there's like stairs and then like you get up there, like up there. Yeah. Everywhere was flooded. Like there were so many people, I'm talking everywhere, all over that quarter pipe, all over the stairs. So we couldn't quite make it up the stairs. So what I did was like crawled on the outside of the stairs and ended up like, it kind of sucked for a while. Calf workout for sure. I was on this pipe that was probably like an inch thick, just like the railing of the stair set. And I looked, it was welded on and stuff. It wasn't going nowhere. And I was like standing on it, just like balancing on that little thing on my toes, but I could see over everyone. I could see looking down into the bowl. But it was so funny. This one kid in a red jacket, and I'm so mad that I didn't like film this because I was in the moment and I could literally see everything. I was like, okay, this is cool. This kid in the red jacket walks up and he's in the bowl, like he's on the bowl, like on the coping, like there's like a guardrail and we're all like behind the guardrail, like just like peeking over. I'm like behind everybody. There's like all these people in front of me on the stairs, and then there's like this quarter pipe, and there's these people here like working like the microphones, the speaker and stuff, like announcing. And then this one kid in the red jacket, I don't know who he was. This is just like a kid trying to finesse the seat, like comes up there and he like sits there and he's blocking everyone's view. Like at this point, that was like in the stair set realm. Like, and they're just like, dude, like really, bro, like move. Like everyone's pissed. And this one kid is just like, bro, you gotta move. And he like he's like scooting back and like leaving his legs like outstretched. So like his legs were out like on the deck, and it was where the deck of the quarter pipe got real skinny. So it was like that skinny. So literally his legs were like on the coping. Like his legs were flush with the coping. And the kid in front of me was real pissed because he was like right behind the guardrail. He was like the kid that like. I was like, yeah, you gotta move. He was like, man, I hope that kid gets like, I hope they do a 50-50 on his legs, bro. And dude, one kid did, bro. He's sitting there for a while, and this kid, I don't know who he was, but he was wearing he was ripping the bowl section. He was wearing like a very protective helmet. It was like different. It was like an old school motorcycle helmet almost. It was like a helmet with like a hat, like a brim on it. You know what I mean? Like old school. It was orange too. And so he's ripping, and he comes up and just nose stalls on the kid's shins, and then comes back in, and the whole stair set crew starts dying, and we're just like, oh, I so wish I was filming that. Like, I just like, oh my god. And then the kid's like spooked, and he's like, and he's like moves, but he literally blocks the view again. Like he's so spooked because I bet that hurt the shit out of his shin. Yeah. And he's like spooked, and he just like turns, and he's probably trying to hold his shin. He like turns and his back is facing the stairwell once again. So through the guardrail, this kid, he's like, no way, this like pretty big kid too, grabs him, pulls his jacket through, and is like, you need to fucking move now. And he's like he's turning around, he's like even more spooked now. He's like, okay, I'm moving, but he's like not moving because he quite can't because there's so many people. So he slams him through again. And he's like, yo, if you don't move now, we're gonna fucking fight. And then he just like throws him, and he like the kid's like at this point like standing up at all means, like okay, like on tippy toes, like trying not to fall down the quarter pipe. And he's like, bro, in fact, come over here, come down. And he like starts walking, but then he stops like right at the stair set, and he's just like huddled. And the other kid couldn't get to him obviously because there was like so many people. But I'm just like, I wish I filmed that too. Like I'm just sitting in the back like watching that too. I'm like, that's funny. I even said, I was like, get him, bro. But yeah, after that, I heard one kid come up and he's like, yo, he was talking to his friend, but I overheard it. He's like, yo, if we go around the back bleachers, if we go through that gate, we can walk up that stair set and we'll be like up there on the upper deck. He's like, it looks like there's like room up there. And then so he goes and I'm like, Hendrix, let's go. Because Kyle was like in the crowd at this point. He got a pretty good like thing from the beginning. And me and Hendrix were like up on the stairwell thing. And so we go down and like boom, the guy's like, you have to go through VIP. Like that's the exit we went through at first. That's when I was like, damn, we weren't even allowed back there at first. Y'all didn't even catch us. It's like we were back there. I should have went straight to, you know what I mean? When we walked out, should have went straight to. Had I known next year it's going down that way. But hey, so yeah, so at that point I couldn't get back up the stairs, dude. There were so many people. So I was like, man. So I was just like trying to walk around, trying to find thing, and I ran into Evan Smith. I threw Hendrix my phone. I'm like, yo, and I got the picture with Evan. And he's just so cool, man. Like, just meeting Evan Smith, he was just like, I was like, Evan, can I get a picture? He's like, yeah, of course, man. And I was like, thanks, bro. And he's like, no problem, dude. Like, keep killing it. Have a good time out here. Don't let the creepers get you or whatever. He looked messed up, too. Did I show you the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably saw it on my story. Yeah, he had, like, ink all over him. I don't know what was all over him. But he had, like, oh, my gosh, I just spit everything out.
That's a free spirit right there. He's always on acid.
Yeah.
100% of the time.
Yeah, he was probably on shrooms, like, or something. I mean, he goes up, the quarter pipe to slope on the pro course. He goes up and just, like, does, like, a 540 to, like, just flail out. But I was just like, dude, that's so cool. I wish I could do that. Mm-hmm. Just, like, 540 and just, like, throws it.
Did Ashad skate in the concrete gym?
No, he didn't. Not that I saw. Because when I left, because I, like, pretty much, like, I tried to, like, stick around for, like, another, like, hour or so after, like, the picture with Evan, but it was probably, like, 8:30, I think 8 o'clock when I left, and I knew it was, like, a 2-hour drive to get home, so I was like, yeah, I'm trying not to get home too late, so, no, actually, maybe I'm lying. I think I left around 9. It could have been closer to 9, actually, I don't know. I know I wanted to leave at 8, and I think I left closer to 9.
So, wait, when did the concrete gym get over?
It wasn't over when I left, but when I left, I saw Ashad in the VIP section playing pool. So that's why I don't think he
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, that was it. That was my Tampa Pro.
You didn't see anything crazy go down, like, specifically at the concrete gym? Because so many people, like,
I did. Like,
installs on the roof and stuff.
No, I didn't see none of, like, well... Yeah, there was, trick wise, yeah,
like
just mind blowing. I could get into that. Oh yeah, dude, like there's this one like banner thing. It's kind of like what you have, literally, but a little smaller. That Vans off the wall is probably Converse, like whatever. But it was just like literally looked just like that, but it was like on the like guardrail, like above the 1/4 pipe where the little like transition is, and a guy comes up, like grabs his board like an indie, plants on that wood thing and dives back in, like wow. Just like leapfrogs off that thing back into the huge quarter, and I'm just like, what is going on?
It's crazy because, like, you know, when we skate there, like when we skate that bowl section, like I'm trying to get a solid 50-50 on like the medium-sized quarter pipes. I'm trying to get to the top of like the big quarter pipes and just like make your way through the run. And then you see these people, you'll see one dude at the park when you're skating it, like doing backside airs, and you're like, whoa, like that dude actually knows how to skate tranny. Yeah. And then I can't even imagine seeing these people doing like inverts and like those nose picks on the railings.
Yeah, it's really like,
it's humbling.
Yeah, and it's got me like wanting to learn that more. Like it's a matter of though like starting out, I feel like, with like knee pads, elbow pads, and like a helmet, and like, you know, learning to like get that bucket.
Definitely a helmet,
yeah. I don't know about knee pads too. I'd probably roll out with some knee pads, not elbow pads, but I'd probably roll out with some knee pads so that way I can just bail out, flail out. Not on concrete, obviously. On concrete too, but it would definitely work for like a half pipe. Like just trying to, because I just feel like it's like with everything with skating, you know, there's just one little thing that it takes, and like I can front air on the 6 foot, you know, at Veterans, like pretty much up there to the coping. Like right below the coping is when I'll do like my front 180. So if I'm going buck enough, I might like come over the coping a little bit, but more like going outward, you know, just like trying to like dive back inward, because I'm like still a bitch with it. I'm still learning it. Yeah. But I just feel like it's just a matter of like, you know, pumping at that right time to just pop it over the coping, and then coming back in is the scary part because like if you clip, that's when I want knee pads because if I clip coming in, I will just fold my legs in and slide out on those knee pads if I was like skating a half pipe or whatever.
Yeah, but if you're committed enough when you clip, you're gonna go.
You're gonna go straight to your
front
face.
Yeah,
for sure.
But that's why a helmet would be good because like, and I feel like slipping out. Like I've always been scared about like doing like a front side air and then landing in and like slipping backwards.
Yeah.
And like I've never had that happen to me. Like do that like flail back where you smack your head on the ground, but I've seen it happen to people.
Yeah. Inverts too, man. I really want to learn inverts. Yo. Yeah, like I don't think. I mean, I think with where I'm at, my body wise, I could do an invert because I can do a handstand like plant. Really, like I could do a handstand thing. I have like a good like shoulder, and dude, I think that's technique.
It's just a matter of that like motion of just getting it up because you got to commit. You got to scoop it enough so that your board goes like an air. But just enough time for your hand to like grab that coping.
And then coming back
and then having the control.
Yeah, I heard once you get up there. Did you listen to Ronnie Sandoval?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying it's like chopping your arm off. He was saying it's like you have to act like you're gonna chop your arm off with your board and then take it away and then like
yeah. Oh, I didn't even really like picture what he was meaning by that, but now I get it. Like you hold it and then when you come in, you gotta like.
That was dude. Speaking of that podcast,
great,
dude. That was so motivational.
When I clicked on that, I remember seeing a slam with someone busting their kneecap and it was disgusting, like that. Because dude, you didn't see the clip, did you?
No.
He does a nasty backside air and then just like he said, freak accent. The way he comes in, he just like. He comes in and I can't remember if he clipped or what, but he ended up coming down, like down all the way on the quarter pipe, and then he just like landed his knee first. Like when he like went to like catch himself, his knee just like drills the concrete, and just busted his kneecap. And I remember seeing that, and like it's one of those hollow meats that like that like fucked him up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I remembered that's who it was because I remember it was one of those like really heavy hitter, just gritty tranny skaters on like Vans and shit. And then when I saw his name on the podcast, I'm like, please let this be the dude. And it was. And then when he told the whole story, that was inspirational.
That was probably one of my favorite podcasts.
Yeah.
From the 9 Club. Dude, because like he literally split his kneecap and then was off skating for so long.
Finishes his part.
Dude, first thing he did, bro, was coming back air that quarter.
So.
Do you know that?
Yeah. He said how he went straight the first time he could ride ride his board, like around town.
Yeah, like like the first thing he did before he could even ollie.
Backside air.
He just did a backside air because he had to get that out of his head.
Yeah.
You know, and that's so how it is.
So like, you know what that means. You know what that means about me.
Stop. No, because you're never gonna do that again. Like. I actually had to talk with Hendrix about it because I was like, man, Brian said this stupid shit on the podcast the other week. Listen to it, and he's like, yeah, fuck that.
Wait, what did I say?
And when you said you're not gonna stop skating, or when you said you were gonna quit skating or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, life be like that sometimes. Not for you, but
What'd you tell him? You said you were talking with him.
Well, and I told him, what did I tell him? I said, yeah, with how you got hurt, like, man, I'm pissed, bro. I'm pissed. Really. Because, and I don't...
You're telling me.
Dude, no, stop. You're looking at me right now like a type of way, and I don't want to, like...
No, explain yourself.
I don't want emotion, but, like, dude, it's like... Oh, fuck, dude. It's like... And I don't know what to say.
I wanted to talk about this.
I shouldn't have brought it up, but it's like risk versus reward. It's like, we love skating. You love skating probably 10 times. Look at you. You love skating 10 times as much as much. No, we love skating, bro. We're in it, bro, for the long run. And, like, it's just a matter of, like, I think, like, for me, I want to skate, like, as long as I can. Like, it's fun to do the stuff we do, like, but, like, risk versus reward. Okay, so, and like, in your situation, I'm just, like, so mad because I'm, like, the risk versus reward, like, you know, obviously had you not, like, we don't know, you know, it's like the life of a skater, you know, we don't know, like,
I try to think I could have, what if, like, I drove my car home that day, like, didn't even try it, drove my car home, and what if, like, I don't know, that was the day that I, like, got in a bad car accident and died or something like that.
That's true. Everything happens for a reason, man. Yeah, but, yeah.
Because it did fuck up my life. I'm gonna be honest, like, tearing my knee fucked up my life. It really did. But I'm just rolling with it. Like, that's why, like, I've been really stressed lately because of it, because of, like, bills and finances and, like, recovery in general. Like, it's been hard for me to focus on my recovery like I want to because I have to, like, like I don't make enough at my day job, so I have to be selling art. So I'm not enjoying art as much because I'm having to like take commissions that I don't really give a shit about just because it's gonna make me $70, and I need that in order to pay rent. So like my art isn't as fun. Work is stressful because I know I'm not making enough, so it feels like I'm working so hard 40 hours a week and I'm still not making enough money. Like, just feels like this uphill battle, and it's all because like before my knee injury I could afford my car, I could afford my insurance, I can afford all this stuff, and now with like the bills I have to pay and the lack of funds, it just makes my whole life more stressful. But that being said, I'm not giving up hope. Like, I'm still happy every day. I have a little bit more anxiety. Like, I feel like I truly know what anxiety feels like nowadays compared to before my knee injury, where like everyone feels anxious, but to truly like have anxiety about situations, I feel that now. Like, you can feel this presence in you sometimes, and like, and you can feel it coming on, and so you can recognize it. And like my whole knee situation, that interview actually sparked a little bit of like positive and negative emotions for me, and I wanted to talk about this before we wrap it up today, since we're talking about skating, because to be honest, like I am scared to come back.
I bet.
For real, because and like I always stay hopeful in my life, like every decision I make, and like and whatever happens. But like I'm just thinking, like, how do I put it? My last injury, I didn't get surgery, so that was very stressful coming back, and that's why I honestly don't think it's gonna be as bad this time. Like, I won't be as scared, but like the risk is just so much more now, because like, I don't know, because in Pennsylvania I had nothing. I had no savings, I had nothing. I was away from all my friends and family, so I guess that was worse. But in that situation, I didn't get surgery, and I just had to be hopeful that my knee's stable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like, thinking on it, like, how the hell did I get the courage to like skate gaps and stuff again, to land fakie, to land with this leg first? Like, I would fakie all this shit again. Like, I fakie like the Morgan and Morgan gap, like before I hurt my knee, like when I moved back to Florida. Like, I was doing all this stuff just like I was before, doing frontside flips over gaps, where like you land heavy on that leg, not knowing that if my knee was going to be stable enough to withhold it. But all I did was just focus on my training, and like he said in that interview, like, you just focus so much on getting better, like what you intake to your body, the training you do every day, like the way your muscles feel, the way you feel in tune with your body, like that's what you have to do. And and so this time around, I feel like I'm gonna feel more confident because I did get surgery, and now I know, according to doctors, my ligaments are stable, which they weren't for the entire time I was skating. I had a partially torn ACL, but my leg muscles made up for it. So now I'm in the point where it's March, April, May, June, July. I have 4 months until I'm gonna start skating, and now I'm in a position to where like I'm getting by as far as finances. Like, I'm able to sell some art. I'm having fun with it again. Like, I'm finding ways to make everything fun and like enjoy my life while also getting through this hard section of bills and recovery, because like, I'm not going to skate until I can, until I'm doing box jumps with weights like I was before, to where I can look in the mirror and like feel when I'm doing squats. Like, you can just feel the way your muscles are like interacting with each other to like get your lower body to function. And like, doing jumping squats off of a ledge, like I would put my skate bench and I would carry 25-pound dumbbells, and I would put the resistance band between my knees, and then I'd stand up on the thing and I would jump off of it and then land and like take the impact, go all the way to squat position and hold it, so that like it's like your legs are shock absorbers, and that's like perfect for training skateboard muscles, because all those muscles that catch you whenever you're coming down and like taking that 25-pound in each hand, is all the muscles that activate when you're skating downstairs. So that's why I got better at skating stairs after my injury, because I trained myself so hard every day. And now I'm in the point where that's why I'm trying to get that consistent schedule of like 6 a.m. to whatever, because then I can set time every day. Yes, every single, because it's become so unpredictable to where like I have to go to this art show so I can make $50 to have gas and groceries for like the next week. I have to go to be out at that show till win, because I hope make a little bit of money, and like it just makes it hard. I haven't been going to the gym as much as I want to be honest. Like, I've been doing my stretches pretty much every day. I've been doing like being aware of my limbs. Like, I'll favor this one a little bit, and I'll realize I'm doing it when I'm like bending down to pick stuff up at work. I'm constantly bending down on this leg
as he's punching the shit out of it.
Yeah, because and like when I pulled weeds the other day, and I even knew, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be bending down a lot. I'm gonna be on like down in squat position a lot, like pulling whatever, being down on my knees. And I need to keep in mind that like I can't be on this one too much. I need to be training this one to like, so I'm not favoring it, And then the next day, this leg was sore as fuck. Like, every part of the leg, like, my glutes, my calf, the whole leg was just sore. And but I'll get there. Like, I have faith that like I'm not. And that's another thing is like physical therapy is supposed to be such a tool for me right now. And I know like now I'm in the point where it's just workout routine, like just training my quads, like to get them, I can compare my muscles just looking at them. That like these quads, I can see each area of the leg that's like bulk, and then this one doesn't have that. So I need to be like doing leg extension machine and all that to build that up. And I feel progress, but physical therapy is supposed to be what's like tracking me. And it with my insurance situation, like I have to pay more every time. So I'm like, not only can I not fit it in my schedule some weeks, but I can't afford it. Like it's just tacking up that medical bill. And I know like your health is more important than anything. And like I'm not even trying to focus on the money because like fuck it, they can't re-pull my ACL, you know what I'm saying? And like I will be in a position where I can pay for it better. But like no, I'm gonna get I'm focused now, and I'm gonna be training, and I have like I said, I got 4 months, and I'm planning to go to physical therapy maybe like once a month, just to get, because I'm just gonna be in the gym doing my own stuff, doing like working on my stability, working on my muscles and all that, and then I'll check in with them just to see when I can like ramp it up, when I can start jumping, because I jumped the other day without thinking about it at work. Whenever like we crush the cardboard and it makes it into this like big bale, whenever you flip, for some reason these machines in this division never flip it all the way out. Like whenever you're opening the big ass machine, it like flips it halfway and then it stops. So you have to like grab it and like kind of like pull it out of the machine. And one way I do it is I just like step back and I just run and I jump on top of it.
What the fuck?
And I just like land on it, and then I like use my body weight to like pull the whole bale like out of the machine. And
that's like some undercover boss shit, bro.
And like with my...
It doesn't really work over here at this division. This is how I do it though. On step back, sir. Guys, like, we gotta get this fixed, bro.
Basically, but so how I've been doing it is like just trying to like kind of like step my way onto it, because like I don't... It's really hard to just like grab it, because the angle you have to grab it, you can't just like rip it down. So I have to like get up there or like ask a second person to help me, but sometimes there is no other person to help me. So this time I was just like, fuck it, like I feel good, like I've been like, I walk normal, and like if I could just hop up here, and I went to like jump off this leg just to like see how it felt, and I like hopped my way up, and it hurt, like I could just tell like my and it like worries me a little bit, but then hearing that 9 Club interview, it raises my spirits, because he was saying how Tyson Peterson would like text him and be like, yo, my knee is like sore right here, like is that normal, like this and that, and I get that, like there's times where like my knee makes weird popping noises, and like it hurts sometimes, like on the inside. When I fell the other day, like I bent my leg too far, and ever since then it's been like kind of tender and sore on the inside, and I worried that I like fucked it up, but I honestly think it's just because like the way your leg is supposed to work is like the ligaments are main support, but all your muscles around it are what really support your leg, and I don't have the muscles in this leg yet. So like from working all day and this and that, any sort of like tension I put on this leg is going to hurt a little bit more, because there's not all that support yet. So I'm just like staying confident. But when I do go back to skating, like you said, you have to think about risk versus reward. I don't plan on like, well, I'm just going to be a tech skater now, or like I'm just going to do manuals. I'm not going to have that mindset, but I'm also going to be like, I'm not going to be the like gnarly, like Tommy Sandoval, jump down the biggest shit I can. Like I just don't see it in my future to like ollie off that roof again, or fakie ollie the 11 stair. Like if I... And
that's 100% understandable.
Yeah, and like maybe...
Nobody's like saying shit.
Yeah, and for me, pride-wise, like I want to do it because those were goals of mine, and like I know I can. If I just committed, I could. But with what I want from skating, obviously just for myself and like my heart, I want to land those tricks, and maybe there'll be a day where skating takes precedent over what else I have going on. I don't know what life will look like in a couple years, and maybe I'll want to pursue video parts and shit, but for now, I just love skateboarding, and like I just can't wait. Even today, like when we were hanging out in the garage waiting for you to get here, like just looking at the driveway and looking at the skate ramps and the time of day, I just thought like, yo, 6 months ago, like this was the time we just pushed the ramp out there. I just set up the little box. I learned 5-0 kickflip outs, or like whatever, just learned doing blunt. And I just remember the tricks I used to do, and I would just flow, and I would just fucking Smith grind, blunt to fakie like fakie crook, and just I would just flow and just have fun, even just to like 50-50, disaster, crooked grind, like kickflip out of the garage, just all these little things. I just can't fucking wait, dude. And I'm not worried about that at all. When it comes to my training and stuff, I know that as soon as I'm strong enough, like I feel like honestly I'll be able to skate without worry of like, oh, what if, because Raj told the story that kind of spooked me, where he said he had a friend who got ACL reconstruction surgery, and he was just skating a flat bar, and his leg just like gave out again and like fucked up. But I don't think my situation can, because I don't know who that dude was. I don't know how he trained. And
Right.
also, I didn't get ACL reconstruction surgery. That's what, like, I was originally intended to get. That's where, like, they just completely reconstruct your ligament from, like, a cadaver or a different part of your body or whatever. I had enough of my ligament left to where they could just fix it. They could just, like, attach it. So, I don't know if that meant it wasn't fully torn or,
Yeah,
like,
bro,
or
you're
what.
good, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
gonna be strong by the time you're done. Like, by the
And
time...
even now, like, my leg feels very stable. Like, there's
Yeah.
no, whenever, like, I knew prior to surgery, you just feel loose. Like, your leg just feels loose. It's kind of hard to explain, but you just feel like if you, like, shook your leg, that, like, shit just, like, wasn't, you know, it's just hard to describe, but I don't feel that way anymore. And I think that as my muscles get stronger and I just, like, train harder, it's just going to alleviate even more. Just like last injury. With last injury, I didn't even know my leg was attached. You know what I'm saying? Like, last they told me it was torn and I needed surgery, and then they're just like, oh, maybe not. Do your thing. And I was like, but I skateboard. And like, what are you talking? And then, like, anytime it would hurt, it would worry the fuck out of me. Like, I remember when I moved back, I was like good enough to start like skating little drops here and there. And with Gabe, I was skating with Gabe at FSW one day, and like it like hurt if I like bent a certain way and like moved my, like, went back and forth with my leg. I could like feel abrasion on like my meniscus, and it would hurt, and it would make it to where, like, if I would skate, if I ever landed like that, bro. There was one time I did a front heel. First day I went back to skating after my recovery, and I tried a front heel on flat, and the way I did it, I came down, and yeah, like, it's weird, like, when I come down when you're not square, like, landing.
I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
talking
and
about.
it, like, it's kind of crooked, but now I don't feel that pain anymore, and I feel like it's because of the work they did on my meniscus. They did what Ronnie Sandoval said they did to his, how they cut it out. That's what they did to my meniscus too.
Damn.
So, but yeah, I'm not worried, dude, and like,
Yeah, bro, you're good.
I just can't wait, bro. Words
I know.
can't describe how excited I am.
No, I can only imagine. Like, I don't talk about it, but like, for anyone listening, like, I went, the longest injury I had, and I hope this is forever the longest injury I've had that takes me away from skateboarding, was, I think, like it's like definitely 4 months when I wasn't on a board. 4 months without touching a skateboard.
And that was your ankle after
Yeah,
Georgia?
yeah, after Georgia. In Georgia, when I messed it up skating. A skate park in Georgia. I rolled it, just warming up, rolled it, going down a fucking thing. Dude, it sucked. And then, yeah, and it wasn't even right, man. Like, it's, like, I'd say now, like, probably a couple months ago is finally when, and this happened probably like a year ago from now, but, like, now is to the point where, like, my ankle's finally not hurting after an hour session. Like, for the longest time, bro, I had to stop skating after like an hour and a half or something because my ankle.
Yeah.
I couldn't even like kickflip or half cab flip because it would feel like my ankle's rolled. It was completely like I could not flick. Like, fuck, and it's just like an hour. It would be like that, and then it got progressively better. I could skate a little bit longer, but if I ever like rolled my ankle the slightest, just tweaked it, landed on the truck a little bit, boom, day's done. Like, rolled my ankle, I gotta come back tomorrow. Like, it'd be like, damn.
And it would heal pretty quick too, right? Like, usually like a night rest.
Yeah, a night or two, yeah. Be back for skating. And then I kept trying to just, you know, build it up, skate when I could to build up those muscles. And I mean, still, it's weird, my ankles crack like crazy. Like,
yeah.
I can pull, like, I can't skate without like taking my shoe off, like pulling my leg up and just like put my ankle, and I just go, and like it pops like into place almost. It's like, and that's like, I do that to both ankles too.
Ankles
because
are complicated.
I rolled my other ankle pretty bad too after that, but that one wasn't as bad. It took me off for like a month or so.
Yeah, but it just goes to show how important regular maintenance is, you know? Because even when...
But wait, I wasn't done.
Okay.
But yeah, no, you're right. But like, I can only, I don't even want to like, I can only imagine though for you, and like, but for anyone listening, like, who doesn't understand, like, if you don't skate, I would say it's close to like a heartbreak. I mean, it literally is. Like, we love skating.
Your entire life changes.
It's literally. I couldn't think straight, bro. I was like, when I couldn't skate, I would be like, it's just like, I'm glad you do have other things that you do, like, to keep you occupied, but...
And a positive mindset is, like, the most important thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's so easy. Like, I would say my first injury was when I really went into that dark space. Because, like, skateboarding was my everything, dude, when I was in Pennsylvania. That was the one thing I had. Like, I filmed YouTube videos. I was progressing skating. I was sending you guys stuff. I was, like...
So that was the dark point.
And, yeah, that was the dark point where I was just, like... I'm like lost right. This is my thing. Yeah, like you said, luckily I have art and stuff that's kind of occupying my brain right now to where I'm not even thinking about how much I miss skating, but I miss it so much, dude.
It's only a matter of time.
And the regular maintenance, like I was saying, like from now on, just like with my last injury, I'm going to have to monitor this from now on, you know? And as shitty as that is, like...
No, though, you won't. But I'm telling you, 2 years from now, what ACL? Like,
no, yeah, that's how it was.
You know, straight up. Like 2-3 years from now with no solid injuries, straight to the gym and skating every day, your muscle, that's how it was with my ankle. I thought that way too. It was like forever my ankle, because I didn't get surgery, so I'm just like, fear of the unknown. I'm like, what did I do to my ankle? That thing was broken or something, but like, I never knew if it'd be right. And then with it, like, you just kept telling me, you're like, bro, it will be right. And then with enough skating,
I just said, keep
gym,
stretching, keep doing your thing, do your routine.
It's back now, dude, and I can skate for however long I want.
Because I don't think people understand, like right now, for example, like when I bend my leg, I can bend it almost all the way.
Don't do it.
No, it doesn't hurt.
Don't do it.
I can almost go all the way.
No, stop.
I've been stretching it every day. This is how I stretch. So listen, like when you have limited range of motion, you like go to a certain point and then you feel where it's like getting, like it gets tense to where it feels like if you keep going, it's gonna like, it just doesn't go more. It feels like the bones are as far as they're gonna go. So like you can't go any further than that. But I don't, and some people are just cool with that. They're just like, okay, that's as far as I can bend it. But you don't realize you have to like force it. That's like what part of physical therapy is it's uncomfortable. You have to. Rodney Mullen tells a story of, and I can relate now to where he said he would sit under his car and like he'd like prop, I don't remember exactly what he was doing, I think it was his hips, but he would prop his leg up and he would just scream. Like he would just be like pulling it to where like he's breaking up that scar tissue, and he would just scream. Like he'd go late at night, like out, park his car somewhere on the side of the road and just like do this to his legs to get him back into shape. And it's how he like recover it, how he got through it, because you got to break that shit up, you know, like there's scar tissue in there from my surgery, and I have to just like force it little by little, just like a little stretch up to the point where it starts hurting, and you just hold it for a couple of seconds and then you let it go, and then you do that again. Oh, it's starting to hurt, hold for a couple of seconds, let it go, and then by like 5 days of doing that, you realize like, oh, my heel's touching my butt now, what the fuck? And like you realize it's like almost there. And it takes time, but like I was saying, regular maintenance, this is the last thing I'll say before we can like wrap it up, but like just even when I'm totally better and it's like, what ACL injury, you know, because like I'm not going to consider myself dude with a bad knee now, you know, because like you can't limit yourself like that. I'm gonna recover, then I'm gonna be Brian again. But like as far as like ankle health, knee health, and like just maintaining your like structure, and like it takes everyday work of stretching and especially right after I get back. I remember when my first injury, before I have like a 20-30 minute routine of like, I put the band on, I do little like squat side steps, like monster walks, and just like get my muscles firing, because I knew like the risk. It's so crazy how if you just start skating cold and just like go out there, it's like all your muscles are just like cold, you know what I'm saying? And then any sort of like major like impact on those can just snap them like an old rubber band. But if you just like warm them up and like get them a little loose and like start your day with that routine, with any physical activity.
Facts.
Not only is it healthy, but it boosts your confidence. You know what I'm saying? Doing that every day, it's like a routine just to like alleviate any stress you have of like re-injury, because that's facts. Once you tear something like this, and once like you have something done to your body, the risk of re-injury is statistically higher. Mm-hmm. You know? And it's hard to get over. That's one of the hardest parts of recovery, is the mentality of it, and thinking like what it feels like, what it felt like that day when I fucking blew my knee, what it felt like when I was with all y'all and I just fall the wrong way and just my knee explodes and I just know immediately, well, I'm fucked again. And like the fact is that can happen any day at any time. And you have to, it's so hard, but you just have to train yourself to just like focus on the good, you know? Like when you're trying to trick, you don't
focus on landing.
You don't focus on, you manifest that shit. You think about I always think, what am I gonna do whenever I like roll away? Like I think about exactly what it's gonna feel like when I land bolts perfect after trying for hours and I see everyone's reaction. And I like, what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to say? How am I going to hold my arms up? Like, what am I going to...
Damn, you still on that.
Yeah, and that's all you think about. That's the only thing you focus on. And dude, literally, like, bro, one of the best tricks as an example of this, FGCU. If any skater knows, like, this spot at FGCU, there's a triple bench where it's all, like, butter bench. And they're kind of tall. They're, like, 1.5 feet, probably, like, 20 inches tall or whatever, right? You know the ones I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And there's a point where you can 50-50, and then there's, like, a gap maybe this big between each bench. And my goal before I moved to Pennsylvania was to set that gap in some way, like do 50-50, ollie over to like Smith, or like Smith, ollie over to tail slide, or like something. I wanted to do something over that gap. And then when I moved back, I saw it and I was like, yo, there's 2 gaps. So if I could, but there's like no room to get speed. So I was like, if I could do a triple 50-50, like 50-50, ollie over 50-50, ollie over. But then I just thought it was hard enough for me to get into the first 50-50. I'm like, there's no fucking way that I could ollie the gap, land back into 50-50, solid enough with enough speed to do another one,
to clear that out,
and then land it. And the way you had to get speed, this is why I can't wait to like release my video part, because like these tricks mean so fucking much to me. The way to get speed, there's a dirt or a rock gap, and I just would haul ass running, and I would jump the rock gap and land on my board, and then you'd have to land right with them in position, and then pop 50-50, 50-50, 50. And I remember like trying it and having that in my brain of like, there's no fucking way I could do this. Like this is I like have to change my trick idea because this is too hard. And I did, like, I eventually just, like, I just kept thinking, like, if I just go fast enough and just don't think about fucking clipping the gap or, like, anything, if I just do a solid 50-50 and go from there, I just kept thinking about, like, where am I going to roll out? What am I going to, like, say? And that's exactly what happened. And that's I jumped it, fucking caveman, 50, like, landed on my board, 50-50, 50-50, 50-50, pop out, and then it was perfect. And now I look at that clip and I'm just like, oh my fucking God, dude.
Yeah, I do something similar. Like, I pretty much I'm just like, I literally just tell myself, like, whatever trick I'm trying, like, all right, it's just a tail slide. Or, like, all right, it's just a crook. Like, you're just going to ollie on, you're going to ride it out, and you're going to pop off.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, if I'm working something like that, like, it's like working me, I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can even do this trick right now. I'll usually be like, all right here. And I'm constantly praying, bro. You know me, so I'm just like praying. I'm like, bro, Lord, please, right here. Oh, sorry, hit the mic.
Like the heel flip over the FCC.
Catch that thing. Yeah, bro, that is a perfect example.
Because I was doing that too. I remember I was picturing in my head like, yo, he's going to heel flip like he always do. He's going to pop it up. He's going to catch that shit right at the peak. And that's going to be bolts. And now I look at that clip and I just...
It's funny too, because like that's for our video part, you know, like that we're doing. And like, dude, now, give me first try. Like, you know, guaranteed. Like, I want to hit a heel flip over something bigger. Like, you know, because I got heel flips on lock, bro. And I want to go back there and hit like a back heel over that because I'm getting those on lock.
Yeah.
Like, or like even like a fakey half cab flip over that. I would love that.
Bro, I can't wait to fake a kickflip over something. That's my favorite trick to do off shit.
Yeah. I wanted one question before we wrap this up. What type of skater am I?
You're like a... Hendrix calls you a tranny ripper, or no, he calls me a tranny ripper, but I'm really not. But I would say you, as far as like where you like barge the hardest, I would say is like tranny type stuff.
True.
Like mini ramp, like you just like, kind of like with Kyle too. Kyle's that way to where like he skates heavy no matter what he's skating, flat bar, like box, whatever. But when it comes to tranny, that's where he's like dropping and just like, and then just hit that.
I learned from Kyle.
Yeah, and you're kind of like that.
Yeah, I'm envying that. Yeah, I try. Yeah, veterans is like where I cook up the most sauce right
But you're
now,
like medium level ATV. Like as far like you skate a little of everything. You do little gaps. You do little manuals. Gaps, not manuals. You fucking suck at manuals.
No, I'm practicing, bro. That's one thing. You've been out the game, dog. Nah, I still suck. I still am ass. I was talking about that yesterday.
I'm gonna challenge you to learn a nose manual on a box. Because I would love to see that. Because that's like I've never seen you do anything like that, and that would up your game. Because think about it. When you can crook, you can ollie and like land on your nose like that. But imagine if you could learn to ollie and nose manual just easy, just like on a curb or like on a box or whatever. The like nose grind potential that's like how I view nose grinds is like nose manualing on a box. That's how I can do like back nose grind 180 out and like front nose grind shove it out and stuff because I can balance up like a nose manual and then just like pop out. It would up, you know, like every little new trick you learn, if it's like a whole new branch of tricks. You're just gonna like exponentially learn new tricks.
As stupid as that is, you gotta teach me that, bro. You gotta teach me nose manual. I need help with that. Yeah, they're so hard.
What do you name a trick that I need to learn when I get back?
Dude, there's nothing you can't do, guy. For real.
Heel flip front board is one thing I want to learn. Kick flip 50-50 on a rail is something I want to learn. But
I'd say you do.
I want to keep it limited.
You do my dream trick then. How about I give you that?
Okay. What is it?
One of my dream tricks. Blunt hard flip out on a quarter. You got that.
Blunt kick flip is something that's on my list to learn. I don't think I could.
Think about a hard flip. It won't be that hard. Think about it. If you're like, I'm thinking, dude, if you force it, if you finesse it, and you pop up, and your foot's in the right place up front, and your foot's in that little pocket up back, all you have to do really is put that front foot off, and the weight when your back foot, and then take the back foot off last with that little scoop, and then just come back with both. You got it.
I could give it a try and see how it feels.
Yeah.
I kind of want to learn blunt front shove out too, and that could help me. Like if I learn blunt kickflip and I learn blunt front shove, I feel like that would be easy. Or like blunt front shove to blunt, or blunt shove to blunt. I bet I could, because you know how I do tail slide? I'll like go front tail, shove it to tail.
Yeah.
I could do blunt, shove it to blunt, or something. I bet I could do that. I think that I could do that.
This should be the one that.
And I've done blunt shove it to 50 to rock. I've done blunt shove it rock.
Oh wow,
and I bet I could do blunt shove it blunt, dude.
Oh my god.
I can't wait to skate
blunt, shove it, blunt, big spin out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, I've been learning some bangers though. I can't wait to skate with you, man.
Man. 4 months away.
You gotta like come out. Like I know it like sucks, but like when you have free time, like you gotta like. I mean, it shouldn't suck. I don't know. If you can help film, I would appreciate that. Like I need someone to help.
And I need to come out. I need to come out to Veterans on like a weekend when it's packed.
Yeah.
To like, set up my
sure.
grip.
Yeah. And I want you to see me skate, dude. It's been so long.
I know. I don't think I've seen y'all skate since I got hurt.
No, you haven't.
Except Nashville, but that didn't count because you were cold and that was the first time skating that skate park. And
that don't count.
That don't count.
You ain't seen me skate.
Dang.
I could not skate in that skate park.
Yeah.
Slipping and sliding.
Yeah, that was worse than skate park in Tampa.
Yeah, way worse. Yeah, I did not have the wheels for that one.
I think the fact that it was cold contributed too. And that you weren't warmed up. But
I was getting warm. I was skating. That shit was just slip. But yeah. Alright, well, how long have we been going, dude?
Like an hour and 15 minutes.
Jeez.
Or an hour and 20 minutes. We should wrap it up.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up.
I needed that little rant about the knee though, bro, because that's been bothering me.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we got into it, man. Yeah, and it's all up from here, bro. Like, for real.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got shit to be worried about.
Yeah. And then, like, more recently, we got, at the end of this month, dude, I'm excited.
We got our show. We got our show at Howl. March 28th, 8 p.m. at Howl Tattoo and Gallery in Fort Myers. We're having our City of Palms anniversary show. And that's going to be dope, dude. We have... Like, now we can speak on it heavy, because we're getting official. Like, we got Big Smoke with the barbecue food truck. We got performers, which I won't say the names yet, but we've got live music that, come on now. And we're going to have the live podcast on that.
Yeah.
I think it's 21 and up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, 21 and up.
$5 to get in. $5
at the door.
Unless you've been on the podcast. Then it's free.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the there's going to be a guest list of people who've been on the podcast. There's only like 45 people, but yeah, all of them. If you've been on the podcast, you get in for free.
That's sick. Darby's
I
didn't even know that.
Yeah. Darby's going to be painting. We got Fabi cakes.
Okay. Yeah.
And giveaway items.
Yeah, and we got giveaway items. Yeah, is there anything I missed? Yeah.
We can get into specifics on the giveaway stuff. We're going to be, I don't know if it's what the amount is, but it'll probably be either $50 or $100. Gift certificate to Howl Tattoo, probably $50. And then multiple gift certificates to Ace of Fade's Barbershop. I want to put together like a little Southwest Florida swag bag, give that away with like some merch and stickers and like stuff from just brands around here and whatnot. I might do a contest on my Shred Grip Instagram to come up with a painting to give away, like have people vote on what I should paint to give away at the show. Because I want it to be a big piece, like maybe like my Joker face or like a big, like the 3 skateboard, like something big. And I want to paint it specially for the show to give away as one of the giveaway items.
It died.
That's alright. You can finish it up.
Alright, well, okay, so Brian's going to be doing live painting at the show, so that's cool. Now, so should I just take it from the outro from here? Are you ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, there's be more details all over social media about the
event. Okay, yeah. Also, I will say, stay tuned with us on social media. And please show up, guys. Like, come on, show up and show out. It's gonna be a show for the city. Like, I think this is...
And it's a party. Like, we're just gonna celebrate, you know?
Yeah, and it's the start, man. It's the start of something great. We're trying with City of Palms podcast, you know, to branch out and...
build something awesome.
Build something nice, dude, with our community. So, it'd be awesome if everyone could show up. I'm looking at y'all. So there's more coming on that on social media and everything as we get closer, and you can find us at. I'm not used to doing this when it's just us, I'm used to having a guest. They can find us at. Y'all can find us at City of Palms Podcast on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you listen. We got new episodes up every Monday. This episode was our year anniversary. Show coming soon. Pull up, show face.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel because we put highlight clips
Yeah,
on there too. If you
seriously,
don't got an
subscribe
hour
to
to,
the
to
YouTube
listen,
channel.
you could listen to a little 6-minute rant or something like that. We post
Subscribe on YouTube even if you listen to the podcast, just to do us a solid. How about that one?
How about that one? Get us to 1,000 so we can start monetizing it.
Yeah. Get us to 1,000 subscribers and we're doing a $1,000 giveaway.
$1,000 to our 1,000 subscribers.
We're not, but run it up. Hit them like that, Astro Storm.